That's what it is.
Yeah,
We are live. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think. I think eventually there'll be enough of a backlash that it will be removed from entertainment.
It'll be like digital music.
Yeah,
Eventually, people will realize it sounds better when you're either live or,
yeah.
recorded. Recorded as live and instead of
There's a place
manipulated.
for all these things.
Yeah, it's a tool. It's what it is. You just got to learn how to use it and not abuse it. That's all. It's still it robs the true soul and the creativity when you're there, but there's a level of skill and genius. You can manipulate any tool to do something creatively. It's just there's so much non-thinking going on anymore that
exactly.
it's ridiculous.
If you prompt AI to make a picture, you're not making the picture. You are not the artist. You may have been creative in how you imagined that picture to be, and you certainly are valid as a creative person, but you are not a physical visual artist. End of. And it's not gatekeeping. Some people are good at art, some people aren't. Some people learn to be good at it, and they worked hard to get there. If you just ask a computer to do it for you, you are not an artist. That's the end of it. If you don't like my view, sorry, that's what I believe. Okay? Doesn't mean you can't use it to help do stuff. But, and the idea that, like somebody said the other day, it's like, oh, well, if you're a digital artist, if you drew on a screen rather on a piece of paper, it's all just ones and zeros. That's no different to AI art. And it's like, no, again,
no,
stuff.
Not
that's
that
hand
completely,
movement, eye-hand coordination, judgment about what you're doing, skill about the
literally apples and
you're
oranges.
Creating. Yeah. All it is just a different medium. It's just you're not doing it on a physical piece of paper. You're doing it on a digital piece of paper. No different. Just that you don't have the physical art at the end of the day. Yes, there are tricks and tools that you can use to make your art look a certain way that maybe you can't do in the physical world. That's fine. It is a tool, okay? But it's still an eye-hand coordination thing. It's not just put in the prompt and let the computer do it. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's the way it is.
I think you're going to see that.
I disagree with me.
I hope soon there will be a time, like for comics, for example, where you'll be hunting down the work that isn't perfect, that isn't, that isn't coming out of a AI prompt or whatever, and that people actually pour their heart and soul into. That's art.
I think it's. I mean, for me, it probably isn't.
Everything else is
people
just
who don't draw,
color.
But I can even see where people have traced, and and it tends to put me off the art.
Yeah.
So if I look at a page of comic book art and it's like, oh, that looks like you've traced some stuff on there, it puts me off it instantly, and doesn't mean that people can't enjoy that art and it's not rendered really well. Of course it is, but I just. My idea of comic book art is that it's created from up here all the way through to the hand, and you look at the old artists, you look at Kirby and all those guys from back in the day, and that's what they were doing, and that to me is comic book art. Everything else is illustration. Again, Neil Adams did it. If you can,
Neil Adams did both.
It, yeah, if you can trace it, do it. Do whatever you need to do to make it work. Because he came from an advertising background, as have I. Okay, and of course, when you're under the cosh of getting something done, you do stuff like that. But nowadays, I don't know. I see so many pieces of art that are obviously traced that it kind of puts me off, even though they might look really nice. And I'm like, no, I want to see something come from the soul, all the way, not through a traced image or whatever, or through a 3D image that you've traced over the top of. Again, these are all tools; they're all valid. Everybody's got to do what they got to do to make the books. It is a personal opinion. I just want to see pour, straight out of the mind onto the paper or even onto the screen. That's fine. And I tend to only get that in older comic books, unfortunately. There's still stuff out there. There's still good stuff out there, especially in the independent space. But not as much.
You have to hunt for it. Yeah. You have to keep your eyes open for it. I'm going to run the opening. Let's get into it here.
In the middle of the night or early.
Not that opening.
In the middle of the night.
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time, with theory.
Comics by Night, folks, for the 7th of August, 2026. Got a great crime comic to look over. A little exploitive, a little fun. There are other companies decided they had to cash in on Crime Does Not Pay, and we've looked at a lot of Crime Does Not Pays. And that's kind of the business in comics. Once one book is successful, everybody else jumps on board and does a half a dozen imitators. And a lot of times they can be worse than the original or sometimes better in rare occasions. And we'll let you decide on this one. We've got Penalty from Ace Comics to look at. I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman. I've been doing comics since before most of you were born. Since mid-'80s. Tales from the Aniverse, Arrow Comics, mostly independent, alternative, small press material, and commercial artwork. Did a little comic newspaper for 100 issues here locally that ran 10,000 issues a piece. That was pretty successful when it was alive before the Flint water crisis happened. I'm just south of Flint, Michigan, here in the U.S. And take the wife to work early, so we do Comics by Night this morning so that we can catch the great folks across the pond, like Mr. Russ Leach here. Russ, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Russ Leach. I'm the comic book artist from the UK. I've done a few bits and pieces, but that's all in the past now. What's important is that the Atlantean is coming to a crescendo, and issue 5 will be available soon. The campaign starts 28th of August, and we have an omnibus as well. If anyone wants to look at our new cover, I can share that. Here we go. Here we go.
So you posted that yesterday.
Yeah. Whoa.
Look at that.
Is that you or me?
I don't know. Let's try it again.
No, let's try that again.
Yeah.
Share screen. There we go. Window. Oh, right. Okay, I see.
The infinity mirror effect.
There it is. Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
So there's that cover. As we were just talking off camera that we were, this was accused of being AI, which it absolutely is not. It's my pencils with Renato's beautiful digital paints over the top, and he can paint physically as well.
Just unbelievable. Yeah, so just phenomenal
really
stuff.
Lovely, really nice stuff. That's our best cover yet. That's a lovely cover. Yeah. And there's the cover to the omnibus, which will have all 5 issues of the Atlantean story within. So there you go. And just for everybody out there, there's some proof that it's being drawn, and it's not AI.
Just a taste.
There's a layout. There's a finished page. Well, not quite finished because there's we've got tints to go over the top, or I've got brushwork to go over the top of it. So we decided to go digital for this one, but there are some physical pieces of art that will be available. There you go.
All right. Absolutely. Just having a blast doing that. We are looking at pull that up here.
So just that comment from Al there. That was so how very erudite Al. You managed to say in a few
Thanks
words.
For jumping in here.
I took several paragraphs to say.
Totally agree with you, Russ. It's an artist's history and personal visual library of experience that, absolutely makes the art. Morning, chaps. Good morning, Al. I just squeaked out of an era. I'm an 81 baby. It's like old school Top of the Pops. That looks fucking awesome, Russ. It does. It does.
Thank you.
Also,
yeah,
it's awesome.
He did such a great piece of work.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. Let me pull that in the issue we are looking at today. Is that there? It's there. Let me do solo layout.
There you go.
Crime must pay the penalty. True cases of actual crimes.
It's got the girl. Shot him through the shoulder.
Yeah. And a guy being pistol whipped right in front.
Yeah.
Cash prizes. Everything is there. On a wild spree that spread terror and death, Bobby Webb smeared his defiance of the law, but the law never relaxed its determined manhunt for the babyface killer. Now, don't be fooled. This says number 33 here on the cover. And back in the day of distribution to the newsstands, a lot of these companies had to keep the numbering system going just to show it was the same product to the distributor, just to fool the distributor from thinking that they were turning out, something new or putting out a new issue or a new series or something. So they would take an old series and just change the title and keep the numbering system going on it in order to fool them. So that's why you get like the EC stuff starts, Weird Science starts at like issue 22 and that kind of thing, because they had 21 other chances of doing something that didn't quite make it. So they decided to try Weird Science. Well, here Ace Comics decided to switch over to true crime stories here, because Crime Does Not Pay was selling millions of copies at the time. Money isn't everything. Where is it? Yeah. Buy bonds. So you can see the indicia there. 1948, February of 1948. Crime must pay the penalty. We are looking at this book.
Is that Marx?
Yeah, it's Groucho. Well, kind of, Oh, no, it is by Groucho Marx. There we are.
By Groucho Marx, yeah.
Talking about buying bonds for the probably at the end of the war effort. Yeah. So stick with the payroll plan, son, and you can't lose. Yeah. The Red-Headed Monster, the true crime story of James Wayburn Hall.
Is that a smack, or is that something she's wearing on top of her head?
No, I think that's a smack. Oh, it can be. Yeah, easily confused. That's a hell of a hat. Yep. To avoid happiness and misery, the person still alive, the names of some characters in this story have been changed. Editor. Yep. Baffled officers, always good to be baffled, of the law, stuck grimly to the bloody trail of the Arkansas fiend James Wayburn Hall. It was only through their clever police work that a brutal orgy of savage murder was halted and a vicious killer was brought to justice. And as you can see, the letterer was having a little hard time there.
Although overall,
forget whiteout. We're just going to go right over it.
Overall, the lettering's pretty good. Actually.
Yeah. Classy. Salina, Kansas, October 1939. This is classic half profile shot here. The guy looking.
He looks. I'm trying to think who he looks like.
Charlie, I'm gonna blow this town tonight. there ain't any money to be made around here.
Don't say that too loud in San Francisco.
Yeah. Don't make me laugh, Hall. You ain't even got the price of a glass of suds. Who you kidding? Don't worry about me, chum. I know where I can lay my hands on a pot full. Be seeing you. Yeah, in the county poorhouse. So long, big shot. I don't think they believe him. We're looking at this, by the way, at the Comic Book Plus website, comicbookplus.com. They take donations. It's a great, great site if you're into older comics and you want to see. They have every comic they can get their hands on that is in the public domain that they can scan and post online, they'll do it. And there are some classics up there, folks, and we love looking at it. We can't recommend this site highly enough. They also carry old pulp magazines, radio program, audio files, all sorts of great stuff over there. comicbookplus.com. Folks, go over there and take a look. Why are you taking me here? What are you going to do? You and I are washed up, baby. I'm going to croak you. What, Jim? There's her hat again. You won't be ripping me apart no more with your lousy tongue. So long, baby. I got a belly full. There'll be snow in July before anyone finds her. Now I won't have to listen to her yammering all day. I should have done this long ago. What a great example for the kids.
Yeah.
Hall's neighbors soon became suspicious and reported the girl's disappearance to the police. We'd like you to explain where your wife's gone to. A little tramp run out on me with a guy she met in a beer joint. 3 hours later, tell me again, Hall. You didn't even look for your wife. What kind of boob do you think I am? I tell you, she ran away with a dirty skunk. She ain't worth looking for. Why don't you leave me alone? Okay, Hall, you can go. I don't think I'm satisfied with your story because I'm not. I'll be watching you, and one day we'll get you. Fine thing when an honest citizen gets dragged off the street for a third degree. I ain't gonna take this lying down. Hall moved to a rooming house and began his life of crime in earnest. His next excursion was a phony liquor deal. I'll have the 24 cases you wanted out of the cleaner's stables. Meet me there at 11. Don't forget the dough. Okay, I'll be there at a barber shop. There he is hitting again. You took long enough to get here. You got the dough? Yeah, I got it. See this stuff first. That's kind of weird, the way that lettering is sitting. Maybe they drew the balloon before they put the lettering in. It's stacked in that stall, chum. Come take a look while you can. It better be good. Or dirty scum. Pardon me. $2 and a gat. He must have been planning to hijack me. Lucky I got him first. I'll show you. Croak, you bum. On February 2nd, 1945, Hall picked up a new victim, the one who was put to the law on February 2nd, 1945, Hall picked up a new victim, the one who was to put the law on his trail. There we go. Hop in, son. I'll take you as far as Camden. Thanks, Mr. I've been walking for 3 hours. Kind of rough split on that letter, or on that word. My name is G.C. Odom. Got a new job waiting for me at Camden. Just what I'm looking for. Wife will be tickled pink. Yeah, glad to hear it, pal. Doing all right, huh? Oh, I'm fine. I'm doing fine with this new job. I'll be sitting. Hey, what's this? You'll find out, chum. Get this heap off the highway. Turn up that road. He's pulled a gun. Come on, get out here before I drag you out. But really, if you want my money, I'll give it to you. I've got to get to Camden in a hurry. It's got to be Camden, New Jersey. You'll get to Camden in a box. I ain't aiming to have no witnesses putting the finger on me, GC. I won't ag. Look at that.
Ag.
That's rough. Ag.
Yeah. Ew.
Shot him through the head.
Shot him through the head, yeah.
Only $55. From the way he talked, I thought he was loaded. I'll take this mug and clock along to Hawk later. Shot through the head from the rear. Only a vicious rat would pull a job like this. A swine like that deserves a tight rope and a quick jerk out of this world. This is a tough one. All we know is that it belongs to the abandoned sedan we found on Route 27. Don't worry, Sam. I'll see the rat on the end of a rope yet. 6 days later, Hall's evil bloodlust was satiated again. Going to Little Rock? I'm all worn out. Had a tough day. I know what you mean, buddy. I've been collecting bills all day, and that's no fun either. Oh, so I've been collecting bills all day. Well, ain't that nice? Turn this crate around and head for Drexel's Brook. Sure, buddy, sure. I ain't arguing. Take it easy now. Oh, start walking towards the water. Okay, I'm not paid to argue with guns. The day's receipts are in the car. Thanks, I don't need you any longer, sucker. No blam blam. 200 smackers. This is more like it. Keep on knocking them off, and you're bound to hit the jackpot and even get a ride home. I'll leave this can here in Stuttgart and hop a bus to Little Rock. Them stupid cops will think the driver beat it with the day's collection. The body was soon discovered, and the police began to put 2 and 2 together. What do you think of this one, Chief? I think the same yellow rat who killed Odom did this. Both cars abandoned, both men shot in the back of the head, both in isolated spots off the highway. Wow, look at that. That's a deadline panel. You're right, Captain. The details fit like a glove. But who do we pin it on? That's a tough part. That's the tough part, boys. Who? Somewhere in this area, there's a kill-crazy hoodlum running around, and we've got to get him. Hall's twisted brain soon had him search after new horror. A month later, he offered himself as bait again. What's the matter, fella? Hit your leg? Get in, I'll give you a hitch. Thanks, mister. I twisted my ankle. I don't think I'll be able to even get to town. I'm going up towards Clarksville. You can take the last train, probably. I can drop you anywhere on the way. Clarksville is okay with me. I got friends there. Got to be careful. You pick up these. Who you pick up these days? I understand there's 2 murders along here in the last month. Yeah, it's terrible. Guy ain't safe anymore. You never know how long you gonna live. The state boiler. I'm the state boiler inspector. Name's Newcomb. What's your alt? What? I'm the guy you're talking about. You're next, chum. This is a stick-up. Hall followed as usual, sadistic, bloody pattern. Move out of there before I put a slug in your fat belly. Don't kill me. I can have my. You can have my money. You can have anything. You won't kill me. You mustn't. Let me go. Why, you expletive? I'll fix you right now. Smacked him again. Okay, pal. I'll beat your lousy brains in and then let you have it. You give me plenty of trouble, you bud. You better have plenty on you. Wow. Crazy.
It's quite straightforward art.
Yeah, I don't think there's a credit for it.
Some of the faces are a bit wonky.
Yeah.
But the actual storytelling's good.
Well, it's Ken Batefield. Bobby Webb is a character. Pencils are Ken Batefield, maybe.
Ken Batefield, yeah. Inks Al Kami.
Yeah, that's the next story, I think.
Oh, it's the next story. All right.
Yep, Red-Headed Monster.
But it's like it's quite economical with the lines. It's not overdone.
But at the same time, there is a style to it.
Yeah.
It's not a once in a while, like that deadline panel I pointed out, it gets really rustic and rough, but here and there. But
so I say there's some wonky faces, but overall, it's quite good.
That is a hell of a face, though.
Yeah, I was thinking the one on the right here as well.
Yelling at him. Yeah.
That's a bit on the wonky side.
Yeah. Only $44. What's the matter with these guys? Ain't anyone got any money? I better stick to truck drivers.
Yeah.
So many
it's funny because both those faces are wonky, but look at the old guy. His face is great.
Pretty
Just
constant.
a few lines.
Mm-hmm.
The way he's lying there on the right-hand panel with his face looking straight up with his moustache, that's really natural. That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
And yet the guy's face is awful.
Yep. I'm going to spoil your ugly puss. You won't need it anyway. 44 stinking bucks. I hope you roast, you slob. Oh, man.
Okay.
3 days later, a farmer reported a gruesome find to the police. I called you as soon as I see it. I hope I done right. You did fine, Pop. The plate numbers check with the ones we got on Newcomb, the boiler inspector that disappeared. This must be him. It's the killer again. We got to get him before any more innocent people get slaughtered. I'll check who was last seen with the murdered man. If this creeping horror is loose much longer, there's no telling what he'll do. Uh-oh. Yeah, see? And this was 2 up as well. So, I mean, the artwork. Arkansas police worked desperately, and one day a clue was given by a truck driver, friend of one of the victims. I was driving out of Stuttgart that afternoon, and I see a redheaded guy driving Mulhern's truck. It looked funny at the time, but I didn't think nothing of it till you come around. Thanks, pal. Maybe of some help. That redheaded guy with the wavy hair was in the post office the day that man Odom was killed. We noticed him because he was a stranger and acted peculiarly. Anyway,
that's
thanks, boys.
Bit of a dodgy blue plate there.
Yeah, just a little off. I think it's just this light blue dot that they off centered though. And it's off on both sides too. So how could that happen? That just had to be a bad cut. It's like, yeah, it was kind of shoved up and over, but it's not here on this side. Anyway, 2 more people have identified the hitchhiker killer, a big red-headed guy. And let's go in and see what the Identification Bureau has on redheads. Don't have any redheads with wavy hair and good looking. Do you, Joe? Say, maybe I do. That description fits the cab driver I had in for questioning about a year ago. His wife disappeared. Something snaky. That's not the way that's supposed to be spelled about him. Let's bring him in again. That afternoon, that's kind of snacky. Snacky? Yeah, maybe. Who's there? What do you want? It's the law, Hall. Open up. I ain't done nothing. What's the matter? Can a man get a nap without the whole force of coppers busting in on him? We're taking you down to headquarters. We got a little question and answer game we want to play. Hey, look at that mug and clock. Those are part of the things that were missing from Odom's car. You guys are nuts. Them things was left me by my old man. May my mother drop dead if I'm lying. What's your old lady got to do with this? Get going. You ain't gonna frame me. Let me out of here. Where? Where are you going, pal? You got to meet somebody? Get your filthy hands off me, copper. I ain't done nothing. I ought to break your yellow neck and save the state a job.
Get in there.
And soon, confessed, and on May 10th, 1945, your crimes are among the most horrible and vicious depravities that have ever come before this bench. Someday, sometime, every criminal comes to the realization that he cannot get away with it. James Wayburn Hall, I sentence you to be hung by the neck until dead. No, I didn't mean it. Yeah, I didn't mean to kill him. I didn't mean to burn the bodies. Yeah. And then December 12th, 1945. No, give me another chance. I'll never do anything wrong again, I swear. No. Anyway, yep, guilty. No little last minute moral, send off or anything. It's just, there he goes. Guilty. He's done.
Wow. Booze, bullets, and what? Oh, blood.
the three elements
clever,
of
clever reuse of a B.
Young kid's life. Yeah. Ooze, ullets, and ud. And lud. Yeah. To avoid happiness and misery for persons, unhappiness and misery for persons still alive, the names of some characters in this story have been changed. True crime case of Joe the Boob. Here we go.
Oh, the boob.
Look at that. Shot in the side of the head.
Shot twice. Well, I don't know why he needs to shoot him twice. He's got him in the head.
Just to make sure.
The boob.
Look at that. Look at the shooter's nose here.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
It's been smacked.
Girl looks nice for just a few dots. This is in a crime steeped life of bloodshed and savagery. Joe the Boob rose from petty law breaking to a key position in the Philadelphia rackets. Believing himself untouchable and outside the law, he awoke one morning to find that justice and fate had both put the finger on him as death stood waiting on the sidelines with no commas whatsoever. Yes. Oh, there's our letterer again. Yeah, I don't have any whiteout. Here we go. Joe's home, South Philadelphia, December 1919. Joe, I'm glad you're back. The police were here this afternoon to question you about the narcotics charge. You never told me. Them guys ain't got nothing on me. I said, that's supposed to be a D.
Yeah.
Instead of a Bob. Did I tell you? Did you tell him anything? Of course not. Oh, Joe, why did I marry you? You're mean and cruel. And now I find out you're dishonest. What about it? I'll teach you to keep your mouth shut, you nagging witch. That's the last time you'll ever hit me, you coward. I'm leaving you and not coming back. Go on, get out. Just remember, I ain't through with you. No dame walks out on Joe. Is that why he's a boob? I don't know. A couple of days later, Joe made good his threat at the 13th Street Station, Philadelphia. I'll be happier in New York. I can get a job. And look, there's Joe. Can't let him change your mind. Oh, don't let him change your mind. I told you no dame makes a fool out of me. I'll show you. He's got a gun. An elf with a gun. Anyway. Oh, sorry. Get back there. Joe, what are you going to do? Put that gun away. Don't be crazy. Here's a present for you. Maybe next time you'll keep that big trap shut. Stop him. He shot that girl. Oh, Maria, speak to me. Speak to me. Please help. Why don't they shut up? I had to knock off the rest of them. Here's expletive. A lousy cop. It's near. Anyway. Hold on, Speedy. Where do you think you're going? Let me go, copper. I ain't done nothing. I got to make a train.
He's got a rather large head.
Yeah.
That copper.
Just a big chin.
No, that's a big head.
We're
talking the Elephant Man head now.
Yeah.
This is not a good head.
No.
It's definitely got some gigantitis or whatever it is. It's like
just around the jowls. Yeah,
it's not good.
For his escapade, Joe got 2 years in the county prison. I thought he killed that girl. Wow. Oh, it was fortunate for you that your shot was not fatal, for I would have taken great pleasure in sentencing you to the limit of the law. Santori, you're a vicious character. 2 years. Take him away. I'll get every lousy copper if it's the last thing I'll do. I'll make them guys pay for this. Shut up or we'll do it for you. In 1922, after getting out, Santori took to peddling narcotics again and was soon picked up. This is sure the life, sister. I wonder what these stumblebums want. Joe, you're under arrest. Stand up so we can search you. You cops make me sick. You ain't got nothing on me. I'm an innocent citizen. Just because I was in trouble once, you don't have to hound me. Attaboy, tell him, Flat Feet Joe. Tell them, Flat Feet Joe. Yeah. Okay, innocence. This wouldn't be after dinner mints, would it? Wow, they got him on narcotics way back then. At the trial, Joe received his famous nickname, the Boob. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just doing a favor for a friend. You see, Your Honor, my client is a tool. He's just a boob for others. His only defense is that he was an innocent victim. Later, while waiting for the verdict, this letter is crazy. It must be, maybe it's an editor or somebody at the bullpen that just has to fill this in before they ship it off to the printer. I don't like the look of this. I don't trust the jury. They better give me the right verdict, or I'll spill something that'll knock them coppers on their ears. We find the prisoner guilty of peddling narcotics and recommend a sentence to the full extent of the law. Okay, chums. Now comes my turn. Look at that thought balloon. That was done by hand. Joe the Boob received a sentence of 8 years in the penitentiary. It was then he opened up. There's a lot of others that ought to go with me. I'd like to say something before they take me away. All right. What is it you wish? Pardon?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. What is it you wish to reveal? I want to give you the names of the coppers we was paying off so we wouldn't be bothered. Them guys ain't going to get away with a thing if I can help it. This sounds like hot stuff. Maybe this will start a real cleanup. You said it. This is front page stuff. As a result, Philadelphia police experienced one of their worst shakeups. Oh, man. Maybe now the law will stick. Philadelphia is one city crooks will stay out of. Drug peddler spills dope. 21 policemen suspended in citywide shakeup. 5.5 years later, Centauri is released for good behavior. He was in trouble again almost immediately at a party celebrating his freedom. Now I'm really going to start celebrating. I wasn't wasting time in that can. I learned plenty. I want to go into business. You want to go into business with me, Sam? Not me, Pally. How do I know you wouldn't squeal on me like you did them coppers? Not that them guys didn't deserve it, but you know how it is, chum. It's a pretty quick, nice drawing of a girl on his lap there. Anyway, listen, Crumb, I don't like that crack. I'm going to have to break in too. Hey, what is this? Oh, he dropped the girl. You and who else? You're nothing but a small-time double-crosser.
He's got an ape face. Look at that.
Yeah. What was you going to do, chum? Ugh. Let's get out of here, Mabel. These guys ain't playing. Expletive. I'll murder you, you dirty punk. No, Joe, you wouldn't. Don't. Hurry up, Mabel. I ain't getting mixed up in anything like this. Croak, you dirty rat, right through the head. Help. Shut up, you, before I wring your neck. Go on, get your hats and coats. We're beating it. They're beating it. Later, if you want to live, keep your mouth shut. One word of this and you're through.
Go back to the previous page.
Yeah.
Just zoom out. I was just looking at the layout. So it's just a little bit more. Yeah, that's neat. I like that. It's interesting.
It's very golden age. You know,
Yeah.
that circular panel there. Kirby used to do a lot of stuff like that.
Very neat and tidy.
Yeah. So that that's a little rough there. Anyway. Oh no, we'll leave town tonight. Joe the Boob had done his work well. The police couldn't locate a single material witness. Come on, you. We've got the goods on you. Do you want to talk now or on your way to the chair? You're breaking my heart. I told you I don't know nothing. Oops. Where did we go here? A few days later, okay, Joe, we've got orders to let you go, but don't think we're giving up. We'll see you in the hot seat yet. Thanks for the sentiment, sweetheart. Be seeing you. Few months, Joe was in the soup again. This time over a girl.
In the soup.
It's always a girl. I'm afraid I don't know you. Will you stop bothering me? Oh, come off it, sister. It's a free country. You're quite a looker. If you don't stop, I ain't hurting you. I just want to know where you live. You heard the lady. Why don't you leave her alone? Who asked you to butt in, wise guy? Beat it. Looks as though you need a lesson. I'll teach you to molest women. Ag. Keep your hands to yourself, lumphead. Now get out of my way, everybody. He just shot the guy through the chest. And I figured those 3 figures in the front, the colorist just said, screw it. Deadline. Oh, yeah.
See, they didn't end that Razor advert like that, did they, eh?
Nah.
Don't molest that woman. Bang. Oh,
yeah.
Right, okay.
Them saps better realize they ain't fooling with kids. I better beat it and fix up an alibi. The police soon had Joe the boob up for questioning. Come on, come clean. Come on, Joe, come clean, or I'll knock it out of you. I was in Tony's Pizzeria. I told you that was 4 hours. That for 4 hours. I got 10 guys to prove it. I don't know what you're talking about. Again, no competent witnesses would be found, and again, Joe went free. Why don't you cops lay off me? See you around, chump. It's that same guy. You can recognize him by that chin.
Yeah.
Get going, you rat. One of these days, you're going to get your ears pinned back, but good.
You rat.
Yeah, Joe the Boob's reputation as a hard guy grew. Soon he organized the local strong arm boys. There ain't enough, what's Mazuma, in this town for all of us. Whatever Mazumas are, that's a new one on me. We got to organize and get rid of the opposition. Keep talking, Joe. When you mention money, it's music to my ears. We got nothing around here but the Black Hand and the Mafia. Them guys work for peanuts. That's more. What's more, they work with knives. We're going to bring in guns and fast cars. They'll be out in a week. Fantastic floating head there. Look at that hair. Anyway. Later. Smear. We're all with you, Joe. What they done in New York and Chicago, we can do here. Okay, boys. I'm glad you see the light. Shortly afterwards, there was a series of strategic gangland killings. What do you guys want here? Ain't you in the wrong part of town? What's it to you? Better cut you guys down to size. I better cut you guys down to size. Uh-oh. Ain't these boys rough? Them knives might hurt somebody. From now on, this is Joe Santori's territory. Pleasant dreams, pal. Yeah. Look at that. And just to make sure, yep, I got a message from Joe the Boob. Yeah, I'll give him the answer. Ag. This is too easy. Them guys ain't got a chance. That shot
shooting him in the face.
Joe's right. These guys are set up. They're like clay pigeons. One of the last to go was Rico Lavori, a powerful gang leader. There's Rocco Lavori. There's Rocco now. Or Rocco. That's probably Rocco. There's Rocco now. That guy's nuts. He ain't got no bodyguard. A lug like that can't expect to live. Oh, don't you guys want to keep breathing? Whack me and my boys will smear you all over Philly before dark. Take it easy, Rocco. We're just going for a little ride. A deserted road outside of Philadelphia. That looks like a deserted road. Anyway, I want to live. I'll give you anything. No. Them fishes is going to have a feast. This guy must weigh 250. Things ought to quiet down. Now, looks like Joe is boss. There ain't anybody left big enough to buck him. That's a B.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there's another girl on the guy's lap. He's always throwing girls off his laps. Oh, yeah. Back at Joe the Boob's luxurious apartment. How do you like the way I fixed up the joint? I got the joint fixed, baby. Pretty classy, huh? What do you want? Rocco Lavori just left and he ain't coming back. Great, the town's ours, Joe. Now Now we can spread ourselves. That's what he says. Beat it, honey. I got business to talk over. The first thing we build up is the smoke racket. Well, I like that. Who so you think you're shoving around? Who do you think? That's a D. It's just a blob. Well, I like that. Who do you think you're shoving around? Some tramp? You heard him scram. Now that the dame is gone, I can ask you, are you nuts? Why smoke when we can clean up with real booze? Ain't you got no brains? Smoke is 40% rotten alky and 60% colored water. It's cheap enough for everyone, and there ain't no competition. Them other guys think they're too big for it. Joe soon had a syndicate that supplied smoke at any hour of the day or night to thirsty customers. They tell me I can get a shot here. Sure, chum, 25 cents on the line. A drink and a sandwich for 2 bits, that ain't bad, but what's the trolley token for? So you can get out of the neighborhood before you pass out. Do you think we want to advertise? He used every method of purveying rot gut, costing from 2 to 3 cents a pint and selling for $50 a bottle. I understand you got a bottle for sale. Yeah, I'll take your order. Okay, what'll it be? Prices are 4 bits a pint and $1 a quart. Give me a pint. Look at that guy. That hole. Another one of them. Looks like a quickie. Panel. I like the bottles being suspended by the bucket, though. That's interesting. Anyway. What's that carnation for? Don't you know it's Mother's Day? Where's your sentiments? Joe the boob grew more and more powerful, but the police always plagued him. In April of 1936, how do you like this, baby? $225. Ain't she a beaut? That's a classy guy, Joe. Just like one of them movie fellas. Joe, I got news. What do you want, Barbo? Can't you see I don't want to be disturbed? I'm looking at my new suit. But you got to listen. Some guy kicked off from a bottle of smoke and the cops traced it to us. They're on the way. Ain't that too bad, Barbo? Listen, pal. You know what's good. If you know what's good for you, you'll button that lip, mention me, and you know what'll happen to you, don't you? Yeah, Joe, I ain't saying nothing. At the hearing, I'm responsible for the whole thing. It's my joint, ain't it? What more do you want? We want to know where you got your rotten liquor. I can't tell you. You can put me in jail, but that ain't anything to what they'll do if I squeal. Take this man away. It is a travesty on justice when a man is forced to take a rap to cover another. Sooner or later, the police of this city will ferret out the criminal leech responsible for this. And that's a lot of hyphenation going on. Joe was riding high, yet unknown to him, fate and justice were closing in simultaneously. He was soon to pay for his years of flaunting the law. One night in September of 1943, this is sure a great show, and you having a good time, kid? Excuse me, sir, there's a phone call for you. You can take it in the booth. What is that? Did I miss a pay? Yeah, there it is. Hello, is this Joe? What do you want? This is Joe. What do you want? This is Luigi. Your brother was stabbed. He's in the city hospital. You better go right over.
Oh, it's getting worse as we go along.
Yeah. It's getting facial features there on that girl sliding pretty hard. Who done it, Lewis? Tell me who done it. Little Liggy Avocado. Avocado. He was in the store and we got in an argument. He said something about you, Joe. That 2-bit booze runner was on my payroll for a lousy $100 a week. Nobody talks about Joe Santori for stabs, nor stabs my brother. I'll take care of him myself. Next day, Joe the Boob waited for little Liggy. His vicious temper was finally leading him to the payoff. I'll beat that little punk to a pulp. He's getting too big for his britches. There he is now, the whatever expletive. Hey, Liggy, come here. What do you want? What do you want, Joe? I can explain everything. You got to listen. I ain't listening to nothing. You're going to break your yellow back, you rat. Come closer so I can break that freaking neck of yours. Let me alone, I tell you. Let me alone. I'll let you have it. Ah, awk. I told you to let go. Oh, he stabs him right in the rib cage. I'll get that dirty whatever skunk if nobody can get away with cutting Joe. Ugh. There's a man being shot twice. Look at that running. Wow. I like the first panel. Is awesome.
The first panel is quite good, actually. Yeah.
That looks like Gil Kane. It's something like Gil Kane would do. And then the next panel is like, oh boy.
Yeah.
The two mortally wounded men struggle towards each other. I'll kill him, sob. Nobody tells Joe off. Where are you, Liggy? Here, Joe. I'm gonna get you. One stabs, the other one shoots. Oh, right in the eye. Right in the heart. As Joe lay dead in a gory pool of blood, federal agents were searching for him with an indictment that would have put him away for life. One way or another, Philadelphia was rid of its most vicious and rat-like criminal. Fate had won the toss-up. Later, there's one rat that got what he deserved. That answers that snake's number was up years ago. Maybe he'll get an object lesson maybe he'll be an object lesson to the rest of the law-breaking punks. It might prove to them that you can't make it pay. That was clumsy. It might prove to them that you can't make it pay. Yeah, guilty. Anyway, where are we at here? Other people in the chat. Let me try to catch up here. It looks awesome, Russ. Looks awesome. Those covers are spectacular. Can't wait to get them. Thanks, Al. Was Don Dillinger the baby-faced killer? No, different mobster. Morning, all. Morning, Matt Black. Hope you're doing well. I like how they say it's the law, not it's the police. LOL. Yep. Al says, looks like Clancy Brown. Could have been. Yeah, a little before Clancy. Shall we call it? We're 53 in. Next story is...
Yeah. Is he dead? That's... Oh, whoa. He got shot in the eye.
Oh, yeah. Were you out for that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, after that.
Ooh.
Yeah,
and
they came
that's
up...
the end of it. They finished that off quick, didn't they?
They came up on one another, but they said that the guy, Joe the Boob, already had an indictment on him. They were looking for him anyway, so they were going to...
You see, save the state some money. Where the two of them laying down, that's really good. That's a bit of a John Buscema panel, that.
He's got blood running into the street.
Well, just with their wide legs and their hands open and everything.
Yeah.
Very John Buscema. I can imagine John Buscema drawing people laying down dead like that. It's quite a violent end, isn't it?
Very much. Yep. Next is the babyface killer.
Yeah, we can do that next time.
The true crime case of Bobby Webb. Yeah, because we're about halfway through this book.
So. Yeah. Let's end it there. I've got loads to do.
All right. Yep, we did an hour. So let's move that. Oops, bring us back in. There we are.
Hey.
Folks, we've been looking at... let me share that again. All right. We've been looking at Crime Must Pay the Penalty. The first issue of Crime Must Pay the Penalty, even though it's number 23. True Cases of Actual Crimes. Ace Comics, 1948, folks. Great stuff. Oh. All right. We'll look at the other half next week.
Yep.
And go from there. It's so much fun. The farther into the book it gets, the looser it becomes, shall we say. Looser. Anyway. All right. Matt Black's waving. And Al says, cheers, dudes. All right. Folks, we do this twice a week. We're here Friday mornings at 5 a.m. at looking through great comics like this. A lot of different things from a lot of different places. And then again, on Sunday mornings, we do the Sunday Funnies at 9 a.m. And this Sunday, we're going to be looking through, or continue looking through, The Sphinx and Alley Oop, which is an adventure strip from 1948 also. So same year as Guilty, actually, came out. And of a time-traveling, cigar-chomping caveman. So we hope you can join us back then. Great artwork by V.T. Hamlin. Some phenomenal, solid line material made for great adventure strip work. So we hope you can come back and join us then. Other than that, like I said, we'll be back here next Friday with the rest of Penalty, number 1. And it just gets crazier from there, believe me. And as they go along, the more and more on this, especially on this title, the more violent and graphic it becomes. So it gets pretty crazy. A lot of these comics were really trying to outdo Crime Does Not Pay because they saw Crime Does Not Pay was making so much money and moving so many books. So really kind of helped the Comic Code Authority with their case. So they say. All right, folks. We will see you on the next one. I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. Russ, please let folks know how they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me over at russleach.com. Sign up for the email list and we'll tell you all about how you can get hold of the Atlantean. The omnibus is coming. It'll be our last issue for a while. So if you want to get in on that at the campaign level, you make sure and sign up for the email list. It's over at russleach.com.
All right. Yep. Al says, I thought last week the dinosaurs had shades of Winsor McKay. Yeah, it did. Alley Oop, Bessie. Mm-hmm. Very much so. Yep. All right, folks. We'll see you. Please go visit your local retailer when you can. There's so many great comics out here. We're never going to be done showing stuff off. There's so much great and fun things to look at. We love doing this. We don't get paid. We're not monetized. We are. We just do this because we're inspired by it. We love talking about it. We love showing this stuff off. And there's so much great material out there that's just being underappreciated right now. And it kind of drives me crazy seeing some of the stuff that's out there, and you compare it to the stuff that was, and the people that the workhorses, literal workhorses that went before and did this kind of work by hand. You know, pretty much using stone knives and ash for on drawing board. You know, just it's amazing to sit here and think that they had to pour in that much work and hit that deadline, and they got practically nothing, very little for their efforts, especially in comics. Their page rates were atrocious. So. And it was the job you did when you couldn't get all the other jobs. So you ended up doing comics, unless you loved the art form, like Eisner or Kirby, and they just sat there and did it.
It's kind of like that for me now because no one will employ me.
Right. Folks, we'll see you on the next one. Try to leave this industry in better shape than what you found it. Try to spread the love, not the hate. There's too much trolling going on anyway. And we'll see you.
That's what done you.
Take care, everybody. Let me get over to the things here. Here we go.
Do you draw the Flintstones naked? There's a market for that.
So this is the divine intervention. You could become a spiritual guru on your own, but you just have to tie your shoes, and you just have to know how to eat burritos backwards.
Hey everybody, this is your weekly reminder that you don't always have to be the bigger person. If somebody doesn't like you or what you do, then fuck them. Remember.
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time, with theory.
What went through your mind when the car steered off the highway?
I sometimes fire my hand and smell it.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.